Coming up on the Stan Heath Show, the Bulls battle Cincinnati tough but fell just short. We'll also meet Shemai McClendon and discover his journey from Hofstra to USF. Then we'll review Wednesday night's defeat to Rick Pitino's 12th-ranked Louisville Cardinals. Plus a look ahead to two tough American Conference rematches. All that and more ahead on the Stan Heath Show.
The Stan Heath Show, presented by Cain's Furniture. Quality so good, it's guaranteed for life. The Stan Heath Show is also brought to you by Tampa General Hospital. Trusted for our expertise, chosen for our care.
Once again, Tampa General Hospital is proud to be named the #1 hospital in Tampa Bay by U.S. News & World Report and recognized as one of America's best hospitals in 6 specialties: cardiology and heart surgery, ear, nose and throat, nephrology, orthopedics, pulmonology, and urology. #1 in Tampa Bay and one of America's best, Tampa General Hospital. Trusted for our expertise, chosen for our care.
Whatever the call, whatever the play, when the Bulls score 60 points, we'll give you a free MovieCo movie ticket at Cain's. Save your ticket stubs, Bulls fans. If the Bulls score 60 points in today's game, take it to Cain's Furniture and get a free MovieCo movie pass. That's right, 60 points of Bulls basketball means you score a MovieCo movie ticket from Cain's. Whatever the call, whatever the play, if the Bulls score 60 points in today's game, we'll pay for your movie at Cain's.
The University of South Florida is a regional powerhouse with global significance, leading advances that are changing the world. Now a leader among the nation's universities in research, healthcare, and just being cool. The place where young men and women train to become the best.
This is where the Bulls run.
Once again, Tampa General Hospital is proud to be named the #1 hospital in Tampa Bay by U.S. News & World Report and recognized as one of America's best hospitals in 6 specialties: cardiology and heart surgery, ear, nose and throat, nephrology, orthopedics, pulmonology, and urology. #1 in Tampa Bay and one of America's best, Tampa General Hospital. Trusted for our expertise, chosen for our care.
Welcome back into another edition of the Stan Heath Show. I'm Jim Lighthall along with Bulls head coach Stan Heath, and USF finds himself right smack in the middle of one of the toughest stretches of the season, Coach. 3 consecutive teams in the top 25.
Yeah, we faced 2 of them, and man, 2 tough opponents. Both Cincinnati, who's undefeated in league play, Louisville with 1 loss in league play, and both playing extremely good basketball right now. And I thought we played really well against Cincinnati, and Louisville game we'll talk about.
We'll talk about the Louisville team in just a little bit, but the Cincinnati opponent is a team through the years that you've traditionally played very tough. You better have your chin strap buckled up when you play the Bearcats.
You know, anytime you play Cincinnati, it's going to be a war. I mean, it's going to be a physical battle. It's going to be a grind-out type game. They play that well. They've got the best defense right now in our league and really one of the top defenses nationally. And I thought our team really brought that effort. We did a great job on the boards. We out-rebounded Cincinnati by 6. We handled the pressure very well. Those 2 key things kept us right there in the basketball game with an opportunity to win.
Another game, too, where your bench really came through for you, especially Javante Hawkins, the sophomore out of Flint, had a career-high 15.
Yeah, certainly had his best game and, hit a couple of threes. I think he was 2 for 3 from the 3. Had some transition plays where he got some dunks and finishes. Great energy from Javante Hawkins and 22 points off our bench. It's good to see. We're trying to spread some minutes around throughout our bench, playing more guys and more minutes. And it's good to see some guys take advantage of that opportunity and play more minutes and be productive.
You mentioned the rebounding as well. That led to some transition baskets.
We felt we really need to find ways to score. We struggle a little bit from the shooting from the outside, and so we've got to manufacture points. And so transition baskets are something we've really got to work hard, try to get as many as we can.
It was another close one between the Bulls and the Bearcats. Let's take a look at those highlights.
Cincinnati comes into the game at the top of the American Athletic Conference. Chris Perry leading the Bulls out on the court. And Cincinnati to work early. To the corner it goes. Sean Kilpatrick, one of the program's all-time leading scorers. 18 on this night as he hits the three from the corner. Victor Rudd working his way down court. Finds John Egbunu for the dunk. Another strong game for the Bulls freshman. 10 points and 7 rebounds. Rudd again gets it started. Here's Javante Hawkins with the dunk. Big game for Hawkins on this evening. Comes off the bench to play 23 minutes. Scored 15 points to lead USF. That's only one off his career high. Here's Egbunu. Triple team, doesn't matter. Off the glass and in. Egbunu is the Bulls' second leading scorer in conference play this year. Faking the three, taking the two, Victor Rudd marching toward 1,000 points for his USF career. Here's Hawkins again. The Bulls hit 2 3-pointers in this game, and both of them were by Javante Hawkins. Cincinnati trying to get the rebound, but the ball pops free. That gives the Bulls an opportunity, and here's Hawkins again taking the long pass to lay it in. He wound up 6 of 9 from the floor in this game, giving the Bulls a real spark off the bench. Cincinnati finding some outside shots. Here is Jelon Gwynn from 3. They hit 7 3-pointers on the night. Inside it goes. Rudd gets a friendly roll from the paint, and we hit the break with the Bulls down 4 to the Bearcats. We go to half number 2 at the Sundome, and Cincinnati starts the scoring in the paint. Sean Kilpatrick, he was an Ironman in this game, played 39 of the 40 minutes. Now it's Justin Jackson going to the hoop. Not quite. Blocked from behind. Corey Allen Jr. Nice play by the Bulls. Out of bounds play. Victor Rudd pops free. Gets an easy hoop off the pass from Martino Brock. And here's Rudd again, just inside 3. Couldn't get the roll, but Brock there for the tip. And the Bulls out-rebounded Cincinnati 36-30 in this game. Nice move by Egbunu going to the basket. Bulls had 26 points in the paint in this game. Little runner this time by Victor Rudd. He just missed his double-double, 12 points and 9 rebounds. Josh Heath playing his first game in the Sundome. Nice little free throw range jumper for 2. And then the steal by the Bulls, Martino Brock. Josh Heath, Martino Brock, and the Bulls get the breakaway. Bulls really hanging close with the nationally ranked Bearcats, especially in this second half. It was a 2 or 3 point game pretty much all the way. Here's Javante Hawkins in transition. He gets the big dunk. He was consistent, 8 points in the first half, 7 in the second. Little mid-range jumper by Chris Perry, well within his range. And we're coming down to the wire in the Sundome with the Bulls and Bearcats. Here's Egbunu. Took him 2 tries, but he gets it off the glass and in. Nice entry pass by Heath to set that up. Rudd again with the little jumper from inside the paint. And the Bulls hanging close. Here's the second 3 of the night from Hawkins from way behind the line. And the Bulls stay close, but unable to get the big shot down the stretch as Cincinnati goes on to get the win in American Athletic Conference play.
Coach, just a 7-point loss in that Cincinnati game. Crowd was very entertained. It was a big crowd here at the Sundome that night. They turned out and they supported you well.
Oh, they did a great job. You know, great support, great energy in this building. I think it was a 3-point game with maybe that 4-minute mark in that last timeout. And, you know, just right down to the wire. Exciting basketball game. Unfortunately, we came up a little bit short, but great crowd, great enthusiasm. Certainly that environment really helps our basketball team.
Once again, we talked about how close these games have been through the years. This was your typical 3 ties, 6 lead changes, back and forth right down the stretch. Always fun when you play those games, isn't it?
When you're on the winning side, no question about it. And, you know, it just seemed like every time we were making that last run, they'd hit a big 3 or they made a big play. Even the last play where Jackson fake handoff and, you know, got to the basket and scored it. But you know, I give our team, we fought, we had some grit, really played with the toughness, and just came up a little bit short in that game.
That one's in the books. We'll take a look at some of the statistical leaders for the Bulls here this season so far, and also a closer look at transfer Shemaiah McClendon. That's next on the Stan Heath Show.
Whatever the call, whatever the play, when the Bulls score 60 points, we'll give you a free MovieCom movie ticket at Canes. Save your ticket stubs, Bulls fans. If the Bulls score 60 points in today's game, take it to Canes Furniture and get a free MovieCom movie pass. That's right, 60 points of Bulls basketball means you score a MovieCom movie ticket from Canes. Whatever the call, whatever the play, if the Bulls score 60 points in today's game, we'll pay for your movie at Canes.
Once again, Tampa General Hospital is proud to be named the #1 hospital in Tampa Bay by U.S. News and World Report and recognized as one of America's best hospitals in 6 specialties: cardiology and heart surgery, ear, nose and throat, nephrology, orthopedics, pulmonology, and urology. #1 in Tampa Bay and one of America's best, Tampa General Hospital. Trusted for our expertise, chosen for our care.
Whatever the call, whatever the play, when the Bulls score 60 points, we'll give you a free MovieCom movie ticket at Canes. Save your ticket stubs, Bulls fans. If the Bulls score 60 points in today's game, take it to Canes Furniture and get a free MovieCom movie pass. That's right, 60 points of Bulls basketball means you score a MovieCom movie ticket from Canes. Whatever the call, whatever the play, if the Bulls score 60 points in today's game, we'll pay for your movie at Canes.
The University of South Florida is a regional powerhouse with global significance, leading advances that are changing the world. Now a leader among the nation's universities in research, healthcare, and just being cool. The place where young men and women train to become the best.
This is where the Bulls run.
Back inside the Sun Dome on this edition of the Stan Heath Show. Jim Lighthall and the head coach, Stan Heath himself. Coach, when you look at some of the numbers so far as you get into conference play, some guys are really starting to stand out. One guy in particular would be Victor Rudd and his scoring.
Yeah, you know, Vic has to carry a big load for us offensively, and he's so versatile because he can score driving the ball. He can score, that mid-range shot that he's got right now, and hopefully, a few threes here and there. But Vic has done a good job, I think, of being a focal point and really carrying a big load for us offensively.
You add in his points from Arizona State. He's now a 1,000-point collegiate scorer. He's close to getting 1,000 at USF alone. But there's another part of his game that's really been excelling this year is his rebounding.
He's a great defensive rebounder, especially when we play him at the 4. He tends to be a guy that gets those rebounds, and he creates a fast break when he rebounds, and he goes with it because he can put the ball on the floor as well, too. But his defensive rebounding is really strong. His offensive rebounding, I'd like to see him get a little bit more, but overall his numbers are really strong, almost 7 rebounds a game.
When you talk about a guy in the glass, you've got to talk about the big freshman, John Igbunu.
Oh, John is just an incredible, rebounder on both ends. He gets defensive rebounds, he gets offensive rebounds, and he gets big-time rebounds. I mean, his rebounds are way above the rim, above the crowd. He goes and gets them, and, it's just such a huge plus for our basketball team to have a guy like that goes after rebounds. And he gives us second and third opportunities from the offensive end. If a missed shot, he can put it back in, or sometimes he kicks it out and somebody else gets another opportunity. Corey
Allen Jr. kind of pressed into duty at the point guard spots, averaging better than 3 assists per game. Shemaiah McClendon's been taking the load off a little bit. Let's meet the transfer.
The Bulls welcomed guard Shemaiah McClendon to the team this season after transferring from Hofstra. McClendon, a Vero Beach native, spent 2 seasons at Hofstra University, where he appeared in 64 games over his career with the Pride. His journey to USF has been as eventful as the sport he plays.
Out of high school, I wasn't recruited here, so I went to prep school and played and got recruited at Hofstra, so I went up there. And everything was good at first, but it wasn't the right fit, so I decided to transfer. Coming out of high school, I always wanted to go here. I had a lot of family that left my hometown, and when they went to college, USF is where they went, so this was always a school I wanted to come to. But once I decided to transfer, I knew I was going to come back to Florida, so I figured why not go to the school that I wanted to come to in the first place.
Rudd outside the arc, couple of ball fakes. Allen's open for 3. Far corner McClendon. He steps into a jumper and hits that. A 2-ball just inside the baseline arc.
The peaks and valleys that were presented to McClendon through his time in his life formulated a mindset to deal with such setbacks. The former All-Florida selection had plans for his college career, But sometimes plans change, and that's something McClendon had to learn.
I figured once I went to school, I'd be at the same school for 4 years. Everything would not be perfect, but like it would go in the right direction, but that ain't how life works. And I've always been humble, but it makes you like think back on decisions and choices you made. And you could have did something better here, you could have changed that, but it just make you grow as a person.
Golden Eagles picked them up defensively. McClendon, a fadeaway 15-footer, swishes in. Tough shot from McClendon, and that's his first points in a Bulls uniform.
Being able to perform at a high level in a short period of time is the role that's asked for McClendon to accomplish for the team to have success. Most would see this as another hurdle that needs to be cleared, but as the Bulls' sixth man, McClendon sees it as a job that needs to be done, and he has all the confidence in the world that he's the person to fill the position.
You just got to be in tune, got to be focused the whole time, and got to be ready when your number called. It's plain and simple.
Coach, it's not often you have that Hofstra to USF pipeline, but Shemai McClendon has found his way here, and he's contributing.
Yeah, you know, Shemai is from Vero Beach, Florida, so a native Floridian, and decided to, out of high school, to go to Hofstra. He wasn't someone that we recruited out of high school, but he made a big-time sacrifice. He went to Hofstra on scholarship, decided he wanted to come back closer to home. We didn't have a scholarship at that time, and he actually came here as a walk-on. We were able to scholarship him later on, but this year we ran out of scholarships again, and hopefully maybe next year we'll have something to be able to give him one as well. But done a great job for us, and I think if you look at some of the games, he started some games for us. He's come off the bench, played some very valuable minutes.
Played nearly 100 basketball games in his college career. When we come back, we'll take a look at the Louisville highlights and also preview those rematches against Memphis and SMU. All that ahead on the Stan Heath Show, coming up next.
Whatever the call, whatever the play, when the Bulls score 60 points, we'll give you a free MovieCo movie ticket at Canes. Save your ticket stubs, Bulls fans. If the Bulls score 60 points in today's game, take it to Canes Furniture and get a free MovieCo movie pass. That's right, 60 points of Bulls basketball means you score a MovieCo movie ticket from Canes. Whatever the call, whatever the play, if the Bulls score 60 points in today's game, we'll pay for your movie at Canes.
The University of South Florida is a regional powerhouse with global significance, leading advances that are changing the world. Now a leader among the nation's universities in research, healthcare, and just being cool. The place where young men and women train to become the best.
This is where the Bulls run.
Once again, Tampa General Hospital is proud to be named the #1 hospital in Tampa Bay by U.S. News and World Report and recognized as one of America's best hospitals in 6 specialties: cardiology and heart surgery, ear, nose and throat, nephrology, orthopedics, pulmonology, and urology. #1 in Tampa Bay and one of America's best, Tampa General Hospital. Trusted for our expertise, chosen for our care.
Whatever the call, whatever the play, when the Bulls score 60 points, we'll give you a free MovieCo movie ticket at Canes. Save your ticket stubs, Bulls fans. If the Bulls score 60 points in today's game, take it to Canes Furniture and get a free MovieCo movie pass. That's right, 60 points of Bulls basketball means you score a MovieCo movie ticket from Canes. Whatever the call, whatever the play, if the Bulls score 60 points in today's game, we'll pay for your movie at Canes.
Welcome back to the Stan Heath Show. Another big crowd at the Sundome this week, Coach, as the Bulls took on the Louisville Cardinals. They were ranked 9th in the country, defending national champions, back-to-back Final Fours. Like, I have to read their resume to you, but boy, were they impressive.
Really impressive, and I think we helped them a little bit, be even more so, but they're a really good basketball team. And, you know, the two things you know when you face Louisville is you've got to handle pressure and you've got to defend the three. And they really dominate those two areas of the basketball game against us.
Season high 23 turnovers against them. Boy, they can really ratchet it up on you, can't they?
Yeah, you know, I really felt the backcourt against their press, we did a pretty good job. But they sped us up to where it was a little bit of both. Sometimes we got some scoring opportunities, but more than not, they got the second wave of the pressure that sped us up, got us a bad shot or turnover. and that led to some points. I think they had 13 steals in the game, 36 points off of turnovers, way too much.
Yeah, the other thing about Louisville is that they will shoot the three, and they shoot it at a very high percentage. Luke Hancock got rolling. Blackshear can really shoot it. It's hard to defend out there, especially when they can handle the ball and get to the basket, too.
Yeah, they've got so many weapons, and, you know, a team that really right now is probably peaking. They're really getting better and better, and the three-point is such a huge weapon for their basketball team. And two things that happen, they get them out. They really do a good job making the extra pass. Russ Smith really gets in the paint, draws a lot of traffic, and he throws it back out. But also Harrell is a force inside too, so you got to pick your poison. Do we go inside on him? How do we handle the pick and roll? But we didn't do a good job in any of those events, and they really lit it up.
Defending national champs played like it at the Sundome.
Second consecutive home game for the Bulls, and the 32nd time USF has met Louisville. Defending national champions coming into this one 16-3 overall, 5-1 in the American Athletic Conference. Bulls getting ready. Was a great crowd, over 6,400 in the Sundome. The students have been very strong all season long. They were out in force on a Wednesday night, and they watched the Louisville Cardinals get the scoring started. Here's the All-American Russ Smith driving on Zach Leday, gets the hoop, has a free throw coming. A lot of points in the paint in this game for Louisville. As a result, they shot over 50% from the floor. Here's Josh Heath. Nice setup for Chris Perry. Perry, the leading scorer for the Bulls, the only Bull in double figures in this game. He had 10 points to go with 5 rebounds before fouling out late in the game. Here's Louisville, nice little drop-off to Harrell. Harrell had a cut on his chin, had a couple of stitches, able to stay in the game, though. Martino Brock on the run for the Bulls gets the breakaway basket as USF tries to fight back in the first half. Luke Hancock really hurt the Bulls. That's one of his 4 three-pointers, had 14 on the night. Harrell gets loose again in the paint, gets the dunk. Coming the other way, nice little jumper by Shemaiah McClendon. A lot of minutes in this game for McClendon. He had 5 assists to go along with that hoop. Here's the easiest steal you could ever get. Just run down the loose ball. It's Josh Heath picking it up, dropping it in for the easy hoop for the Bulls. He had 5 points and 3 assists for USF. Nifty little move here by Victor Rudd, gets the reverse layup to go. Quiet night for Victor, though, only 6 points and 5 rebounds. Here he dishes off, Egbunu going to the basket. He's able to get the hoop, and the Bulls keep fighting against Louisville. Same spot, Hancock a little short this time, but the easy tip in by Harrell. And now going in the paint, a nice little jump hook by the Louisville forward. Here's a great athletic play by Javante Hawkins coming off that big game against Cincinnati. Didn't have the big numbers in this one, but what a terrific play here to get this airborne, gets the hoop, and draws the foul as well. That takes us to the second half. USF students still having some fun, and Louisville running the ball down court, and they hit yet another 3. Different direction, same result. It's Luke Hancock again with 3 of his 14 points. Here's the only 3 of the night for the Bulls. Corey Allen Jr. able to connect from long range for USF. Russ Smith driving to the basket, gets the easy 2 for the Cardinals. And here's Chris Perry, a little hot streak for him in the second half, had 3 consecutive hoops, uses the left hand there to get that one. Now a little jumper from the paint for hoop number 2 in a row for Perry. In between, Louisville able to get a 3-pointer. This is Wayne Blackshear, wound up leading all scorers with 16 points. Here's Perry finishing off his 3rd hoop in a row with a jumper from the paint. 10 points, as we mentioned, game high for the Bulls. Nice penetration here by McClendon, able to dump it off to Egbunu. McClendon did a great job in this game for USF here, able to create some space and give Egbunu the room to get the easy dunk for the Bulls. Here's McClendon again, getting it inside to Rudd, and a nifty reverse dunk for the Bulls senior Victor Rudd. On the other end, though, here's Wayne Blackshear again. He was 3 of 4 behind the arc. Louisville was 12 of 23. Josh Heath able to set up Victor Rudd for the big slam dunk there, but the Bulls had a big mountain to climb in the second half. Rudd able to slam this one down, but it's Louisville going on to a one-sided victory over the Bulls. They run their record to 17-3, and the Bulls fall to 10-9.
Coming up next, the Bulls get a rematch against Memphis and also SMU. We'll take a look at those opponents next on The Stan Heath Show.
Once again, Tampa General Hospital is proud to be named the #1 hospital in Tampa Bay by U.S. News and World Report and recognized as one of America's best hospitals in 6 specialties: cardiology and heart surgery, ear, nose, and throat, nephrology, orthopedics, pulmonology, and urology. #1 in Tampa Bay and one of America's best, Tampa General Hospital. Trusted for our expertise, chosen for our care.
Whatever the call, whatever the play, when the Bulls score 60 points, we'll give you a free movie ticket at Canes. Save your ticket stubs, Bulls fans. If the Bulls score 60 points in today's game, take it to Canes Furniture and get a free movie pass. That's right, 60 points of Bulls basketball means you score a movie ticket from Canes. Whatever the call, whatever the play, if the Bulls score 60 points in today's game, we'll pay for your movie at Canes.
The University of South Florida is a regional powerhouse with global significance, leading advances that are changing the world. Now a leader among the nation's universities in research, healthcare, and just being cool. The place where young men and women train to become the best.
This is where the Bulls run.
Once again, Tampa General Hospital is proud to be named the #1 hospital in Tampa Bay by U.S. News and World Report and recognized as one of America's best hospitals in 6 specialties: cardiology and heart surgery, ear, nose, and throat, nephrology, orthopedics, pulmonology, and urology. #1 in Tampa Bay and one of America's best, Tampa General Hospital. Trusted for our expertise, chosen for our care.
Welcome back to the Stan Heath Show. Bulls get a chance at some revenge here. Memphis and SMU coming up. Coach, the Memphis Tigers, first of all, Sunday afternoon at the FedEx Forum. Bulls haven't been there since '05 in the Conference USA days. Been a while.
Been a while. Good basketball team, really good basketball team, playing very well. We obviously faced them before. The guard play is extremely strong. We've got to keep them out of transition. We've got to take care of the basketball. Their pressure is something we've got to handle.
88 points allowed in that first matchup. I know you want to improve defensively.
Absolutely. We can't give up the easy baskets that we gave up the first time around. We've got to make them play a lot more in half court. We've got to guard them, protect our paint.
John Igbunu got off to a good start in that Memphis game. Hopefully that carries over against their bigs. Then in the second game, which is Tuesday night, back here at the Sundome, the SMU Mustangs, and you owe them one.
Yeah, 2 rematches, and just a really, the start of that game was really dug ourselves a hole. But we get them coming back to our place, and we've got to play a lot better.
That SMU team is one of the upstarts in the American Conference. They have not let up since they played you in Dallas.
No, they're tough, and I think right now they're playing right alongside of Cincinnati, Louisville, Memphis. They're kind of like that right next tier team. Good basketball team. Larry Brown obviously has done a terrific job rebuilding that program.
All right, Coach, best of luck in those 2 games, one at home and one on the road.
All right, thanks, Jim.
All right, that's Bulls head coach Stan Heath. Again, Memphis at the FedEx Forum, and then the SMU Mustangs right back here at the Sundome on Tuesday night. We'll see you next week with another edition of the Stan Heath Show.
The Stan Heath Show has been presented by Canes Furniture. Quality so good it's guaranteed for life. The Stan Heath Show is also brought to you by Tampa General Hospital. Trusted for our expertise, chosen for our care.